I had to sing because I'm feeling all sorts of ways today. How you doing, Sydney Decker? Are you feeling all sorts of ways today?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't wake up. My alarm was set for PM instead of AM, so
Yeah.
I had to jump out of bed this morning
Yeah. And
and
that's never a good
brush.
feeling. The rushed feeling is never a good feeling. Yeah, I was in a rush too. Feels like I can't get enough things done. I can't get all the things done. And all I want to do is sit on the couch and watch Julia Child. That's all I want to do. And not her show, but the show about her life on HBO. I love that show. And I just sit there and I watch it and I feel good and calm. And then when I have to go out into the world and do my own things, oh, I'm just all over the place with it in my mind and in my heart. I'm all emotional. I don't feel like I want to be anywhere right now or do anything.
Well, that's how I feel. And I think for me, it's like I was sitting there with that feeling last night and really asking questions around it because I don't want to connect with anyone. I don't like even people that like my family. I'm like, God, I've known you guys long enough, like my friends, and I don't mean it in a mean way. I'm like, I've known you guys long, and it's like myself, even like this world and society, and I'm just kind of like, I feel really like I'm shedding a skin. You know what I mean? Like I just don't even want this like reality. I don't know how else to explain it because I'm not interested in any food.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in any activity.
Yeah.
Like
Everything seems
even
dull. Everything seems like just like, all right, enough already. That's how I feel sometimes. Like for no reason, I'm just like, all right, enough already.
yeah,
And it's
yeah.
just in the last few days. And I think it has a lot to do with this full moon and moving into Mercury retrograde again. And a heaviness has seemed to come over me
Hmm.
that it wasn't
Yeah.
there before. It wasn't there before Thanksgiving.
Well,
Didn't
there's
seem
gonna
like it.
be like I mean, I know that the winter months are always like the darker months anyways, but this winter particularly, like I just see it very dark. And I don't necessarily mean that in a bad way. I'm not saying like it's gonna be evil and bad things are gonna happen. It just seems very like isolating and heavy and dark in the sense of like when you get buried and you got to sprout out, but you got to really soak that darkness nutrients in. And
Yeah.
so that's what I think we're all being asked to do is to find that inner place of groundedness and sanctuary because like social media, I don't feel good about it. Like just certain things like even some of my clients have been switching things up on like their services. Everything just seems a little like skewed and moving and unsure. And so I'm like, I'm just gonna let the dust settle
Yeah.
a little bit here and I'm just gonna stay and I'm gonna hibernate and I'm gonna start implementing and feeling into the things that I want to for my life. And I'm not usually like, because it kind of annoys me where people are like, new year, new me, like every
Right.
freaking time.
Yeah.
But there is something particular about 2024 that I'm like, new year, new me. And I
Yeah.
mean it not like in the I'm gonna start working out for the first 2 weeks and then stop. It's like, no, what do I really want to have happen for me in 2024? And so I'm gonna clean up and I'm gonna go within and I'm gonna get quiet to really hear myself because I notice when I plug into society right now, I feel immediately overwhelmed,
Yeah.
anxious, and also fearful about everything, especially money. Like
Yep.
if I plug in and I start interacting with the world, I feel like I will never pay my bills. I don't know. I this. It's just like so I am like, I'm gonna unplug from the
Yeah.
matrix for the
Yeah.
month.
And that's why I think the only place I really feel calm is at my house on my couch, sitting there, you know, just not engaging. I'm not going on social media right now either because it makes me feel anxious. Before it was making me feel good. Like, some of the different posts and stuff that I get from people are very uplifting and hopeful and about love. And, it's not like I'm looking at any of the dark things, but it's just like it's an energy, it's a feeling
Mm-hmm.
that I
It
tap
is.
into when I get on there. and just go out into the world and just go to the store. Yeah, I mean, usually I'm pretty good about, I go to the store and I just look for people to talk to, and I'm still doing that, but it's still just this underlying just kind of feeling of, oh, I just don't want to be here.
Yep.
I just want to be home. And I love, where I work. I love this place, but it's just the last couple of days. Like I need to just sit, like you said, I really feel like I need to sit with me. I need to go inside internally, look around and see, what's happening with me.
Well, I think too, it's like something I noticed, especially coming back home and being around so many different energies and people and things. It's like that when we're trying to make society work the old way, like the way that it's always worked, and society doesn't work for us anymore. Like it doesn't work and support the human being. The human being works and supports the society. And that I think is the difference here, because nothing for us is changing so much as far as like, no matter how, like if we work a lot, we're not making more. You know what I'm saying? Like things are getting more expensive, but the work that we're doing is not being compensated to equal the new expenses. And so we're all kind of running around in this like, feels like a maze, trying to find how we just get to that like golden crumb, right? Like where do we find that golden crumb? And it's like there is no golden crumb, but we're still trying to make it seem like we're going to find it and we're going to get there. And I think that if we individuals choose to start to pull back and go more within, rather than trying to fit into this society, but try to figure ways that the society can fit into them. Like, where in society do you want to be? Not what you have to be, because of what you've been told and how you need to show up and do all those things. But like, who do you want to be? What do you want to be doing? Where do you want to go? Like, these are questions that I've been asking myself, because even like with my business and stuff, I got this feeling the other day of like, I should just shut it all down. Like, and that to me was like, the world is really at a breaking point here. Because if I'm questioning, and I already know what my purpose is.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm questioning, I don't want to shut my business down, but I don't want to operate my business in the old societal way of doing things, because I keep hitting wall after wall after wall.
Yeah, it's kind of like we're in between the old and the new, where we've been moving from the old energy into the new energy, but we're still having those ripples from the old energy. They're still affecting us all, because not everybody has moved into the new energy. I mean, you and I could move into that new energy now. Everybody just stand up, be there. We're already there. Come on in. It's great over here. It's warm. It's cozy. Love is the word of the day. But because we still have a foot over in the old energy, in the old world, and not everybody has shifted. So we're still having to deal with that because we live here. And so, yeah, that just makes me wonder, like, how long it's going to take for everybody to move over into the new way of being.
Well, 2024 is an awakening year.
Yeah.
So a lot more people are going to wake up in 2024, and those who are already awakened are going to just level up in their place in that period.
And it's a process too. It's not, I think when I was reading about spiritual things back, years ago, it seemed like everybody was thinking it was going to just boom, it's going to happen. And then it's new. You know what I mean? There wasn't going to be that process. I don't know why we all believed that. That it was just everybody was just going to wake up all at the same time. And just everything was going to be new and different. But it's not that way. We're watching it right now. It's a very slow, painful process. And to watch it is it's exciting, and it's expensive. And it's like, it's wonderful to watch because we know it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
It's all amazing, but it's also very tumultuous, and it's uncomfortable. And because it's not all happening at once. And sometimes I'm still stuck back there And sometimes I'm here, and sometimes I'm so full of joy, and sometimes I'm depressed, you know. It's just all of this